454. I had to get this emblem because that's the engine that the Nova has, and where it was going was on the cowl hood. I figured this would be a perfect spot for the 454 because on the fenders I don't have any lights because I did a delete for the side marker light, and the fender already has emblems that's going to go on there, and I'll show you the emblems now, and I have them here. Okay, so this is one of the emblems which goes right here, and I'm gonna get a brand new one of these because I don't really feel like trying to restore this if I can get a brand new one. So I'm gonna get two brand new ones of these, and then the other emblem that goes on the other two holes are these, the word custom, because this is a Nova custom, and so this one goes on the second set of holes. Now with this emblem it was impossible to get. They don't sell it anymore. It's not reproduction or anything. So what I did was I restored these, and the way I restored them was I gave them a nice sanding over the whole emblem, and then I took my truck bed coating and I painted the whole thing, and then after I painted the whole emblem and let it dry, I took 2000 grit and sanded off the top. That way I had my truck bed coating on the outside of the letters. And then to protect my work, as these emblems are very old, I decided to clear coat the entire thing, and I clear coated all the way around so that there's no peeling in the future. So those are the two emblems that go on the side, and it doesn't permit me to put any emblems on the panels, and that's why I chose the cowl hood. Now the way I started with it is I took a piece of paper, and it's about the same size as the 454 emblem, and I punched the holes. Okay, so basically I took this paper first, forced it through so I can get the holes, and then I traced out a line straight across the 454 and on the bottom the 454, so that way I can cut to that shape. Then what I did was I took a piece of masking tape and I left it on the other side so you can see, and I put the masking tape across the cowl hood. Now I measured from here to the bottom edge of the tape, and here in the bottom edge of the tape, to ensure that this tape was straight. And I did the same thing for both sides. Then I took my bit set, and as you can see this, let me open it up. It's stepped up from sizes. So I went each size until I got to the size I needed, which in this case I wanted it a little loose, so it's 532, because I'm going to be putting in some clips that will hold the emblems in place. So I went through all the bits so that I can get a nice clean cut without damaging my paint. And there are the holes. So now I got my 454 emblem, and they fit beautifully. Let's put on the other side. So there it is. So now one important thing to note. Now on the emblems, on the bottom of the emblems, let me pull off the other one so we can look at this, so I can explain this with detail. On the bottom of the emblems, you'll see that the mounting points are not exactly centered. They're off-centered. So now, when you try to install these emblems on either side, that's what's going to happen. You're going to see that the mounting holes are not exactly in line with each other. So what you have to do is figure out a midpoint for the emblem. Now, I'll take this out again. The midpoint for the emblem, as you can see, if you put both emblems together, the edges are even. So that means that the midpoint would have to be the 5, because you can see the 5 in relation to both emblems is pretty much the same. So now I measured the 5 from edge to edge, and that came out to be 1 inch. So half of 1 inch is ½ inch. So I made a mark with a piece of tape on the 5 where the midpoint would be on the emblem, and then took a measurement from here to the midpoint and did the same for the other side, and then I made my marks for the holes. So that way when I go to install the emblems, okay, the emblem would be the same as far as location, but the holes in which I had to drill for the mounting is not the same. But it wouldn't make a difference because I had already made a mark of where I wanted the emblem to be, and not marks of where I wanted the holes to be. If that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense. So that's part of the details that I wanted for the car before it gets done. I think it's gonna look awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then I wanted black and chrome, but I couldn't find black and chrome. So I chose red. And it's gonna make it look, it's not gonna stand out as much, which I don't really want it to stand out so much, but it will stand out enough so that it makes a noticeable appearance. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.